So this former teacher has become a millionaire thanks to her OnlyFans, and she doesn't regret quitting teacher job. So she gave up books to focus on her looks. A high school teacher who quit the classroom to share the explicit content on OnlyFans is now a millionaire thanks to her kinky new career. Courtney Tiliad, 34, shared screenshots of her eye watering earnings with TMZ on Monday, telling the website that it took just 3 years to rake in the seven figure sum. The mom of four previously worked as a special needs educator in Arizona and said it would have taken her about 25 years to make that same $1 million sum if she stuck with teaching, even with a master's degree. Now, here's the thing, though, right? What people don't understand is that depending on where you are teaching, will depend greatly on the amount of money that you're actually going to make, right? So, for example, if you were like a tenured professor at like a college, and a very good college, or a private college, or a private school, you could easily be making six figures, right? So, it really depends on the location, the institution, and there's also different types of teachers as well. I mean, there's so many different options out there. So, you could technically make $1 million far quicker than 25 years as a teacher. But are people willing to go down that route? Are people willing to save their money and invest it? Probably not, right? But she was able to make $1 million within a 3 year time frame, which is pretty crazy. We're like that's a lot of money to be earning. So she says, back when I was a teacher, my family really struggled financially. Tilly told the Post last year. OnlyFans allows me financial freedom. I can provide everything my family needs and more. And here's the thing, right? Regardless of people's like personal point of views on like something like an OnlyFans thing, the business model of the recurring revenue stream is an amazing business model, right? Because let's just put it like this way, right? Like let's say that you have a small following, right? But you have 1,000 really loyal people that really either like you, want to support you, doing literally whatever it is, right? And they're willing to spend $10 a month to support whatever it is that you're actually doing, like your business, your career, the content you make, whatever, right? You could be doing this with like a gaming channel, but then have private content for gaming, right? Like it could literally be anything, right? I'm just talking about the recurring business model. That could end up making $120,000 a year before taxes, like in expenses. That's a really good living. Doing something that you really like with a very small following. So I like the OnlyFans business model to a heavy extent because you don't actually need that many people to be able to live like a really nice life, right? But you still got to build some sort of audience, you still got to build some sort of following, but still, it's just a different way to really think about it, right? For example, you could be a teacher charging $10 a month teaching, I don't know, how to speak better, right? How to learn a specific language. And if you have 1,000 people paying you $10 per month, that's still going to be like the 120,000 gross a year, right? So it's just a different way to go about it. So let's continue. It's depressing news for teachers across the country, many of whom are returning to the classroom this week, with 80% of educators feeling like they are underpaid. Most teachers are underpaid, according to business.org. But also, you got to keep in mind, too, most teachers are teaching things that literally have no point to be taught. So the website claims teachers' pay has declined over the past decade, with the average educator taking home 65,000 per year in 2021. Let's see. So TMZ reports that Tilia has three separate OnlyFans accounts: a VIP page, a free page, and a merchandise store. And the bombshell has made the most cash from her VIP page, netting a whopping $380,734 in monthly subscriptions and an additional $164,660 from messaging with fans. Satisfied customers have also donated a total of $50,045 in tips. Meanwhile, as teachers toil away in front of the chalkboard, a cashed up Tilia is taking lavish vacations. Now, here's the thing, right? If I was in her position, because that's the way that I'm going to answer this, financial situation, what I would personally do is probably invest a lot of the money that I made from this OnlyFans account, have a really nice, thick emergency fund, right? Have a pretty nice sinking fund for just like daily, monthly expenses, and then have like a ratio of the leftover money to be used for like fun things like vacations, right? Because what I'm worried about, anytime I see a lot of these ladies doing these sort of things and making like really good money, I'm always a little bit worried that they might just basically be spending all the money that they make, which is sad to me because it's like, hey, you're exposing yourself in probably the most graphic ways. If you end up losing all the money or spending all the money that you made from that situation after basically giving yourself away to everyone, that could lead to a lot of mental issues later down the line, right? So I hope that she has saved a lot of money. I hope that she invested a lot of money. But you just never know with these situations. You don't know how someone's really financially doing because someone could be making $1 million a year but literally living paycheck to paycheck. Let's see. So the bombshell has enjoyed solo getaways to Colombia and Jamaica and has treated her family to holidays in Nashville and Hawaii. Tilia told TMZ that she's also become a frisky philanthropist, donating money to homeless shelters across Los Angeles after relocating to Hollywood from Phoenix. I don't get why you would actually want to go to Hollywood, like at all. I mean, that just seems kind of weird to me. Last year, Talia spoke with the Post about her decision to quit teaching in 2016. I was beginning to hate my job, and that darkness began spilling over into other areas of my life, she stated. She also revealed that she has no shame about her new occupation, saying her husband is supportive and that they are teaching their four kids to be open minded about unorthodox employment. I guess I'm a sex worker, but I'm not ashamed of that, Tilia declared. And the busty brunette has even started her own life coaching business to help other women embrace their sultry sides. I work with hundreds of women all over America, Australia, Europe, and everywhere. Tilia stated, I'm helping those clients break through the shame and guilt that's been imposed upon them for wanting to be free to express their sexiness. I feel better than I ever have in my life, she proudly professed. I've changed my life financially. I'm changing the lives of other women. I'm happy just doing me. So, basically, final comments on this. Congratulations on making a lot of money. I just hope that you are being wise with the money and not losing it all to where you're going to be forced to do something like this for the rest of your life, right? That is the main thing that I worry about for like pretty much everyone is having to be forced to do something that you no longer want to do. I always like people having a lot of options, which is the reason why we push so hard with trying to get people out of debt because when you have debt and a lot of it, you don't really have a lot of freedom to do what you want. But if you are debt free, the reality is if you keep your expenses low, you can pretty much do whatever you want in life.